Yeah, this is
And
painting I did last night.
the name you gave it, Francis of Assisi.
I called it Francis of Assisi.
Huh?
I was inspired by that Italian villa in the background.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, was he Italian?
Yes,
I guess Assisi is in Italy, right?
it is. Yeah, I went to Assisi when I was in Italy.
You did.
I only stayed there part of the day, but I
Mhm.
walked through the town. I went into the Basilica, St. Francis Basilica, and I enjoyed it. There's a lot in Italy. They're called hill towns, and they're just uh, really old towns from the Middle Ages they were built up on the top of small hills as a protection from invading
Mhm.
people. And so Assisi is one of those hill towns in I forget the name of that part of Italy. Kind of southwest of Florence,
Mhm.
southeast. And the that feature that you noticed last night of something that looked like a bird.
Yeah.
So that cinched the deal of the title. So that was a bird on. It's either on a stick or something connected to that figure. That's
Yeah.
Saint Francis.
Well, yeah, it looks to me like almost like a crown, and the decoration is the stick coming out with a bird on it, on his head.
So where do you see his head?
I see this is his nose.
Oh wow, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it.
Mouth,
Yeah,
and then around, there's an ear here,
yeah.
back of the head. And then, I mean, this could be a hat or part of the crown.
Yeah, well, that's good. I like the way you saw that face. I hadn't seen that before, and I hadn't really looked at it carefully enough, except I saw what seemed like an eye, that big white spot, the big white spot in the hat.
There.
I thought of that as an eye at first,
Mm-hmm.
and that was Francis's eye, and he was looking, his face is facing to the left. And
Yeah,
but I like the figure that you saw below there.
I see that.
And then off
And
to
this
the right.
bird on his shoulder, the way you looked at the head up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And go ahead.
Well, I was looking at that blue figure just off to the right that has a big nose that's pointing at that nose of the figure that you saw.
Oh, yeah. Nose to nose.
Yeah. And just see that figure's eye. Yeah.
And a nose and a mouth.
Yeah. And then going across, there's all of those figures are looking over to the left.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sort of a little unclear about what that bird is doing, sitting on, what the bird's sitting on, and how it's connected to one
Well,
or other of
what
those figures.
patron saint of animals, so that would be his insignia, kind of.
Yeah, all the statues of Saint Francis of Assisi show him with a bird
Yeah.
on his shoulder. The birds would come to him, and so he was.
And all these, little things, like I see them as animals, all
Yeah,
little animals and
yeah,
birds,
uh-huh,
girls, and they're all around because they're just attracted to him.
yeah.
And these are like, there's a child there reaching his arms out trying to catch a bird or play with it.
Oh, yeah,
And then I figured, well, these must be children too, playing with the animals.
uh-huh, yeah. Look at that. See the brown area just below the window?
Yeah.
So if you come down into that brown area, there's that darker area.
Mhm.
Come down where you, yeah, see that light area that you're pointing at.
Yeah.
And if you come down to the bottom, it looks like it has two skinny legs, one there and one off to the left. See that like?
Oh, yeah. So it's a person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks like a woman because she has two breasts
Mhm.
and she's sort of naked.
Yeah. I couldn't figure out what this was because it looked like a bug to me.
Uh-huh.
I decided it's one of the animals, and
Yeah.
the child is playing with it.
Uh-huh. It looks like it has an eye right in the middle of it.
Which one? Oh, this one, the black
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. See that eye with the eyebrow?
In this
That's,
area?
yeah, that's it right there. So it looks like a closed eye with an eyebrow above it.
Oh, okay.
You don't see it, do you?
I see the eye.
That's the eyebrow.
Yeah.
And then the eye is there.
Just below it. I see that.
Okay.
And this is like a nose.
There's
And
a, there's a,
children seem to be admiring Francis. Look, he's looking up to him.
yeah. Mhm. There's that fuzzy blue area in the upper right-hand corner. See how that comes down to a darker point right there. It's like the head,
Yeah,
and it has an eye and a nose.
that's really interesting.
In the bottom right-hand corner, there's looks like a dragon, the big head and real skinny neck,
Yeah,
and then the body down there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's growling, looking off to the right. And it looks like a bird above it.
Yeah, and look over at this left-hand corner. It looks like a little Indian squaw sitting on the ground, holding a leaf,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
got a feather on his headband.
Yeah.
Even the animals are looking up at Francis. He's over here just playing around. I like the way you did this, accented this like a building. So
Mhm.
that really sets it in as that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah, it makes it so you don't have to figure out what it is.
If you have this as Francis's head and his eye, it looks like he's looking down at this little baby Indian.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
This could be his staff, and maybe he has it on his shoulder, and the
Yeah,
bird's sitting on it.
yeah, that's what I thought too. Pretty good staff. See that figure that I mentioned with the skinny legs
Yeah,
is it's standing, looks like she's standing on some kind of a carpet, like
yeah.
a magic carpet.
Mhm. She's surrounded by all these tendrils.
Yeah.
Energy.
Yeah, she's radiating a lot of energy.